Hey everyone, we're back with another DT craft. Today we are making this really cool 3D paper sun that you can hang up and have in your house. All right, so let's go over our supplies that we need. We need orange paper and yellow paper, scissors, a pencil, a circle to trace, some string, and glue. So I'm going to use both glue stick and this is regular glue. It's just in a small little tube. The last thing I will have, but you don't have to, is a ruler just to make some straight lines. All right, let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is trace our circles. So we are going to need 4 circles in each color. Now, I like to save space. Today also I am using just a candle topper as my tracer, but I like to use as much of the paper as possible. So what we are going to do is we are going to trace just one circle and then fold it in half and cut through 4 pieces of paper. Now, if that's a little too much for you, I completely understand. And you can just trace 4 different circles, okay? So, here we go. Tracing our circle. There we go. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is fold it this way, make sure it fits. Yep, just on the edge there. And then I am also going to fold it this way. Now, like I said, sometimes this is difficult to cut through. You gotta get really strong. And if it's difficult for you, that's okay to just make 4 circles. I'm just trying to be a little quicker with our video. So, safety first with our scissors, cut away from yourself. If you need a little help, don't worry, please ask. It's more fun to do crafts with someone as well. So, take it slow, especially if you're cutting them all at the same time, because you want them to be as similar as possible. So here we go, we're making it through. Almost. A little more in our circle. And done. So we have 4 circles. Ta-da! All right, our next is going to be our yellow circles. We're going to do the same thing, where we trace 1 and fold it to cut out 4. Again, if it is easier for you, please just trace all 4. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to fold this so that I can cut them all at once. There we go. One more time. Ta-da! All right. Now safety first with our cutting. Take your time. Cut around in our circle. Almost there. And we have 4 circles. Okay. Let's cut out our last pieces before we put it all together. So we need our triangles, right? For the points of the sun. We need 4 orange triangles and 6 yellow. You will see in just a little bit why we need 6 yellow ones. But what I am going to do is use my ruler to make a straight line. Once I figure out where I put it. Ah, there it is. I always put things under paper and lose them. Okay. So we are going to make triangles. A triangle has 3 sides. Now, I don't want it to be too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to already fold this in half. So we know that our circles will fit on this little spot here. So I'm going to make the triangle this big. So then I can also make 4 out of this page easily. So I'm going to go right here on the edge. Use my pencil and my ruler to trace, make a nice straight line. There we go. Make the other edge. Ooh. A little far. I'm gonna go right here. There we go. That's better. All right. This is why I like to use pencil, because sometimes it's not perfect the first time, and that's okay. So now we are going to fold this one more time so I can get 4 triangles. Okay. See our sides? 1, 2, and then 3 on our bottom. Okay. Now, a reminder, for cutting it when it's folded like this, it can be a little tough. There we go. Now, if you accidentally did it like me, you have to cut these in half. Oops. Now I have 4 triangles. Ta-da! Now I am going to use one of these to trace my yellow triangles. Let me fold this in half first, so I have it ready. And I'll do it right this time. So the best way to do it is to make sure that your bottom is on the flap. So you don't have to cut it in half like I did. So I'm going to trace it so they're all the same. Now, do you remember we need 2 extra yellow triangles because we are going to put the string or cord or whatever you are using in between them. So we are going to fold this 1 extra time, okay? Once again, it's going to be tough, but I think we can do it. If it's too tough for your scissors, most likely is the problem, you can trace it multiple times, okay? We need 6 yellow triangles. Here we go. And then 1 more cut. That's the nice thing about triangles. If you're able, you only have to cut them twice. Ta-da! So now we have 1, 2. Oh, they're all stuck together. 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. All right. Now we are going to put our sun together. If you joined us for the last paper 3D art, you remember that we have to fold them in half. Now, the next thing we're going to do is put them every other color. It's going to help us down the road. Okay, so we're going to have 2 sides to our sun. What I want to do is take these and fold them in half. Gonna fold it and fold it. Again. And fold it. All right. So what we do is take our glue. I'm using a glue stick for this one. And make a little glue line around the border. Put a little bit in the middle. And then we're going to take 1/2 of this taco and glue it on to this half. So you're going to push it down. Push it down. All right. And now a little 3D shape there. Pretty cool. Now, sometimes they're not as even as you want. I'm going to make them even just to make me feel better. If you're okay with it, it's going to look great no matter what. You're already making a really cool craft, so. Okay. Oh, didn't go all the way through. There we go. Okay. So, our next side here is yellow is our next color. So we take half of it. I'm going to put the glue on the orange here. And glue down half of our taco. Push, push, push. Make sure it's nice and stuck. Then you have even more of a 3D shape. We're going to do one more on this side. Push down and glue on the yellow. Try to get it as even as you can on there. There we go. Then push. Push, push, push. And we have half of our 3D sun. Ta-da! Okay. So, the next step is getting the other half of our 3D sun. Let's bring these down here, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Fold it in half. Woo! Make our little sun tacos, I guess. All right. Now that we have them folded in half, we're going to put them together. Got my glue stick. Little edge here. There we go. Line it up as best you can. And push. Push, 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 push. Press it together. There we go. Our first part of the sun. That looks pretty good. Next part. Once you get the hang of it, it does go pretty quick. Now we want an orange, so we do every other color. I love patterns in my crafts. Love it. So we're going to push it down. Ta-da! Last one. And we're gonna press it together. One more push. Ugh. Then we have our second half of our sun. Ta-da! So, the next part, we're just going to take 1/2 of the sun. I'm going to put it down like this. Okay? So, what we want is the exact middle sticking up here, okay? What we are going to do is get our pieces and glue them on, okay? So I'm just going to put them around the outside so we see how we want it. And then we will go from there. So, like I said, I like patterns. I'm going to go every other. Now, as you see, we only used 4 of the yellows for now. But what we will do is we're going to put the string in the middle, and then we're going to put this on top of it to hold the string down. So let's put these down first, and then we will do that. I'm going to use a little glue stick. So I would use a little bit, oops, I want this part sticking up. So if you're like me and had to draw twice, I would put that on the inside since you're going to cover it. So I'm going to put a little glue here and stick our yellow down. Get the bottom of the triangle in there so it has a piece in there. Put some glue right there. Next piece. Now we're moving around that circle. There we go. I'm going to put the middle ones in to help me make sure I have the exact center. Boop. Then I'll put the orange ones in. A little space there. Put this one. Swap it so I can erase that one. Ta-da! Okay, now we're gonna put our oranges. Little glue right there. Now I know it's right in the center. Okay. Last one. Ta-da! Now, our next part is our string. What I'm going to do is just make sure I have a little bit on each end. So I will go about a finger's length, 2 fingers length. We're going to go 2 fingers length. Longer than the edge here. Okay? All right. So this is where I'm going to use regular glue just to help me out. So like I said, this is regular glue, but I have it in this little pen form because I use it with my scrapbooking. So it's a little easier to do that way. So we're going to squeeze, not too much, and I'm going to make a line right down the middle where I would put my string. All right, gonna put it down right there. Try to get it on the line. There we go. Set it down in there. You're gonna get a little glue on your fingers, it just happens. And now we're going to put our one on top of it. I'm gonna put a couple little dots here. Boop, 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 boop. And one right on the edge so they stick together. I like using dots of glue so I don't use too much. Otherwise it'll be drying for hours. So I'm going to make sure that this is centered and then gently line it up and put that triangle on top of it. Make sure you push. Oh, press it on there. Get it to stay. Nice little squeeze. And then the other triangle. I'll make sure my string is even. I'm going to put it on there. Give it a little push. Oomph. Push. And now it's together. Our last piece is to put the other side of our 3D sun onto here. So I'm going to use my glue stick. Make a circle. Do a little bit on the center. Boop, boop. Make a circle around here. A little bit on the center line. And now we put it on. Oh yeah. That looks good. Push it down. Give it a good press. Oof. And you have your own 3D sun. So you're gonna have to pop out the other side a little bit. But look at that. You can hang it. It can do a cool little spin move. That way, in the summertime, you always have a pretty sun. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this craft. Bye, everyone.